Who can raise their hand? Tell us what we've been working on lately. What have we been working on? Jeremiah?
We're working on like substitution method and the graphing system of equations and stuff like that.
Okay. So systems of equations. We're doing substitution. We're doing graphing. What else?
Slope form.
We have been doing point slope form.
Substitution.
Okay. That's what Jeremiah said. Substitution method. Marshall?
Slope intercept.
We've been doing slope intercept form.
Solutions to systems of equations.
Okay. Solutions to systems of equations. Excellent. Isaiah, you had something?
We're working on linear equations.
Linear equations. And if you had to sum up this whole topic that we've been working on, it all falls under
Equations.
math. It all falls under math. It all falls under linear equations, right? All falls under linear equations. So in particular, the standard that we've been working on, right? Who can read it for us?
Right.
Go ahead, Tyler, since you said so close to them.
Analyze and solve pairs of simultaneous linear equations.
Excellent. Keep reading.
Solve systems of two linear equations in two variables algebraically and estimate solutions by graphing the equation. Solve simple cases by inspection.
Excellent. And then there's an example there for you. And read the standard for us at the top.
The standard.
Yeah.
The C.
Well, that's Common Core State Standard. And then
Analyze and solve pairs of two.
right above between the two. 8.ee.8. So that's 8th grade. Expressions and equations. And it's the 8th standard. It's the 8th standard in there.
How many
Okay.
standards?
Well, in that one, there's 8 standards, and that's
Oh, we
the
have a
8th.
lab.
Okay. So the activity that you're going to do today, again, is going to talk about graphing systems of equations. So you're going to be looking at two linear equations. You're going to be comparing two people, Kelly and Zach.
Oh God.
Isn't that a sweet little pair, Kelly and Zach?
If it was Kelly and Jeremiah.
And you're going to take it through all forms of the linear equation. So you're going to be writing an equation, you're going to be making t-tables, you're going to be graphing them, and then you're going to use that information to answer a couple of questions about them, making decisions on who you would pick, okay? And the topic today is that Kelly and Zach are dog sitters. Has a partner? Anyone to get with? Okay, go ahead, bring your paper and your pencil, and just slide your desks side by side with one another. Let's do this quietly. Come on. Okay, Caleb, up together. All good? You got mail, scratch paper. Y'all are working together, Peter? Okay, see? Whoa. Let's go ahead and pull these forward a little bit so y'all can space out some. We might be a little tempted to chat with them. So everybody's going to get a large sheet of graph paper, okay? And I just did kind of an outline of what you're going to create, all right? So your names go at the top up here, and it follows down parts A, B, C, D, E, and F, okay? So once you see your work on the instruction sheet, you'll kind of understand what goes where. So part A, and it's saying you're going to fill this, you're going to write this down and fill this in. So let X represent, let Y represent, that's where you're defining your variables, okay? Part B, Kelly and Zach's equations, you're going to write them out in what format? In slope intercept format. Slope intercept. Part C is where you're going to put Kelly and Zach's tables. This is where you're going to take the orange sheet of paper. You're going to do your table on there, and then you're actually going to cut that out and just like paste them right there. So you have that information there. Part D is where you're going to make your graph. Okay, and I've kind of drawn out and shown you how to do your graph. I have long rulers for you to use, and y'all can feel free to come up and look at this and kind of count rows if you need to figure out how to center it on your piece of paper, okay? Your x-axis needs a title, your y-axis needs a title, and then of course your graph needs a title, right? And we want to see very nicely where those two linear equations are going to meet, right? Because they're going to meet at a point. And then I just drew some rows for E and for F for you to write your answer in complete statements. And remember, we were kind of working on this before, that we want, for those questions, we want to draw our evidence from what things? What are we drawing evidence from?
From your table and graph.
From your table.
Y equals, we're gonna do, this is gonna be Kelly. So I'm gonna put Kelly right here.
I'm gonna do that.
And then you do that. Okay. Kelly would be, let's see, Kelly, $18. $18 X. Dollar sign. Plus $27. And then there you go.
Alright,
Then that's
and
gonna be Zach.
why Zach?
It's gonna be Zach, yeah. Zach.
27 X plus 0 because he
Because
doesn't.
you could either have a start.
Alright. Complete the T-table for both dog tennis. Start at 0 hours and go up to 7. Use the tables provided. Fill them out, cut them out, and paste them on your record.
Alright, so.
You want to do Kelly and not Zach?
Yeah, I'll do Kelly.
You want me to just split it down the middle real
Yeah,
quick?
you can do that. You can cut that out. And I'm gonna read it to you in a second. So, tables for both dogs here. They start at 0 hours and go up to 7. Use the table for right. Okay, so it's saying, complete table. So, if
So X would be the days.
X for the days, yeah, X for the days.
1, 2, 3.
And Y would be the sign up fee, right?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. Why would be the money they make?
Or, okay, it says days here. What would the Y be? Because it says here, it says.
Total cost. Why would be the total cost?
Total cost, okay.
So why would it be the sign up fee would be the total cost?
Okay, total cost.
That influences the total cost. Okay, so I like your equation here for Kelly. So you've got y is equal to 18x plus 27. Now for Zach, so let's look at his. So go back up here. What does it tell you about Zach? $27 per day.
So based on what is our extra
27 what?
So X equals what?
If it's 27 per day. Now think about it. If it's in slope intercept form, what two things do you need for slope intercept? An M, which is the slope, and what else?
And Y is gonna equal what?
And a y-intercept, a slope and a y-intercept. Okay, I like where you're going with the 0. Now the 0 is going to be what? The slope of the y-intercept.
And the same thing is gonna be what? Because he don't have. You wanna write that down?
That's good. He doesn't have a sign-up fee, so the y-intercept is going to be 0. So what is this $27 per day?
And Y equals
It's the slope. So how should we rewrite his equation? There you go. And do you need the plus 0?
No. 18.
Excellent. Okay. Why'd you pick Kelly for part F?
Because he charged less.
And this was for how many days?
7 days.
7 days.
Well, 8 days.
Oh, look on the last part. So read your first line.
This one.
Mm-hmm.
You are going out of town for 6 days. Oh.
6 days. So what are we comparing on the T-charts?
Who charged less?
Who charges less on
6 days.
on the 6th day? So you have Kelly at 135. You have Zach at 167. Okay. So in your response, I would include those numbers too. Maybe even tell them how much money you're saving. How would you figure out how much money you're saving?
Subtract that. Well, subtract that from that.
Excellent. Very good.
Tyler is 189, not 182.
Okay, so that's a nice observation. So if you start to graph and your points might be a little off, then maybe there's something wrong with your T-table that you made.
Okay.
Excellent.
Well, you had to call me.
Good guy.
Be like, Tyler.
Oh, he called you out on it. He was nice about it though.
I was.
Get your call out.
27.
Stay where you are.
The other one was 27? Yes, that's 27. So that means. Oh, yeah, that's right. Wait. Yes, 27, 27.
Oh, her 0 was 27, yeah. That's why.
So, yeah. Our 1's 27. I think the 1's 54. Fix that one right there a little. Erase it.
Okay, one is 45.
Put it up a little bit.
These lines of
Yeah, it's enough where it gets even with
and the
this.
names.
Yep.
Like who is it?
Yeah. I draw the line.
That's okay, because you have Tyler.
Beautiful.
So Tyler, two, and this is. Who would you choose to watch your dog with? If you're keeping your dog for how many days?
The question says,
So you chose, why did you choose Kelly?
I saw that too.
Okay. And look, I think you have your lines labeled backwards.
I think you do too.
I seen it. So you're, and then, so not only on the graph, but where else could you find that information?
On the chart.
On your T-chart. So you're comparing at 6 days. So you know that it's Kelly. Maybe you want to include in there something about how much money you would save. How would you figure out how much money you would save by going with Kelly versus going with Zach?
Okay. My name was first.
You would need the ordered pairs.
Erase it.
Figure out the savings.
Okay, so they're asking, okay, what day do they charge the same amount?
Well, let's look at the graph.
Okay, so one they don't know.
0.
0 they don't.
1 is 45. 2 is 63. 3 is 81.
Okay, on both of them,
Okay.
81. Okay.
So on day 3,
On day 3, they both dog sitting. Well, okay, you are going out of town for 6 days and need someone to take care of your German Shepherds. Considering that both Kelly and Zach are fantastic dog sitters, who would you choose to watch your dog and why? State evidence from the T-table and/or graph to support your answer.
I would choose Kelly because her rate is cheaper.
Yes.
And only reason, no, I choose Kelly because her rate is cheaper. The less I have to spend on a dog sitter, the more I can spend on
Okay, so what I'm gonna say was, I
the more I can save.
would hire
These fancy words.
Kelly as my dog sitter
For 6 days.
for the 6 days.
I move.
6 days because her pay for 6 days.
You repeat the 6 days.
Wait, okay. I would hire Kelly as my dog sitter for the 6 days because her pay
Would be cheaper than that.
would be cheaper. Her pay for 6 days is
Cheaper by, I'm about to do the math.
135
162.
and Zach's is
It's cheaper by
Zach's is-
$27.
what's 6 days for Zach?
162. So Kelly is cheaper.
Kelly's is
Cheaper by $27.
by $27.
Bring them in coolers. Let's get the desk back where it is. Hey, whoa, That does look good. Very nice job on those lines. It looks nice and straight. Yeah. All right, Kobe, you want to take that and go put it on the top of the case over here?